as the win continues. Try little Timmy's on today. Not bad. Just went through a yellow light. Oh well. Harry's burn now. Harry loves Locatelli. Couldn't, I'm so glad that we got a quality horse for Harry, because looking down Shedrow throughout the summer, it looked like Tioga Sunshine was okay, but last year she was a prospect horse. Hopefully she's at least a grassroots horse this year coming up. But it didn't seem like Harry had a ton of depth, a ton of power, and I felt bad. We wanted to get Harry. A better horse and some better horses in his barn. And I think looking down the list, obviously now Brave World's been a good horse for him. He had some bad luck with post positions and trips lately, but that is horse racing, and he'll come full circle from that. I think Century Invictus, nice horse. We're going to start from the top. Almost There, Boss. I think could be any kind of horse this year. If he's not as good as we hoped, he still will be an effective 3-year-old and racehorse for the stable. Arches Rainbow, another horse I think is going to have a big year for us. A big year, this filly. We're going to go and get that surgery done on her throat just to make sure we don't run into any problems as the year and the heat and everything comes on. But from what I see of her on the track and how she looks and how she behaves, this is only going to be a big, big step forward for her, is getting this minor airway thing fixed up. So Arches Rainbow, another horse I think will do Harry some good and us some good in 2022. Better Be Sawyer, looks like she's training back very good. She's getting ready for the series this year in January. As I said, Brave World has been a good horse for us since we got him. Gone through a rough patch now with tough trips, outside post positions, drew outside again this week. I'm down to drive Brave World on Wednesday night, so we'll see what kind of trip we can work out with him. Century Invictus, I think, could be a nice 3-year-old for us. He was a good 2-year-old. But, quite frankly, had somebody say the other day, you didn't buy very many Ontario Pacers. A lot of homebreds were sent to us Pacers, but it's just hard to buy a horse for any amount of money when you know how fast they have to go. This always was, and will continue to be for some time, a very, very tough place. Very tough division to make money in, this Ontario Sire Stakes program. And, I like racing hard, but I like to be rewarded for it sometimes too. And it seems to me, for the money we race in Ontario, it's a tough sell right now. That'll come around. Just one of those things. One of those, you gotta tough it out and build a better looking model as you go along, right? New Jersey had to, Kentucky had to, Ohio certainly did, Pennsylvania will go through it, and New York has gone and will continue to go through it, and Ontario is going through it right now and will continue to go through it until, again, they're one of the top pound for pound and even dollar for dollar jurisdictions. It will happen at some point down the road, just hasn't got there yet. Where were we at? Century Invictus. Don't believe me, just watch. Desperately needed some time off. I didn't realize, I had said this a couple of times, I didn't realize he was tired. I didn't think he should be, nor did I want to rest him, but he was screaming out for some intervention. Especially I drove him his last start. I drove him rather hard, but I drove him to win, and there just wasn't anything left in the gas tank. He needed some time off. Possibly one of the better prospects we have is 3-year-old Locatelli. He looked fantastic. I was on pins and needles the other day. I didn't know how he'd race. Off 5 weeks, schooled a couple of times. I was hopeful. Man, he looked good. Got home good. I can't wait to see him race on Monday. Miss Sophia Rose, almost back now after hurting her foot. She had a foot separation, her pus pocket, and then got sick. Now she's almost back real good. No Free Lunch looked incredible training the other day. Can't wait to see this guy race in January. Silent Assassin continues to go good. I did put the babies in these guys. If they have babies, I put them on here. Mario's Barn's got a few. And Harry's had Silent Assassin, and we'll continue to have her. She looks great in the barn. She looks great on the track. Tioga Sunshine will be back next week. Get her back going. And Twinkle in Her Eye looks good. She looked good on the track the other day. So I can't wait to see how both of those. A lot of 2-year-olds turning 3 here at Harry's barn. Expecting a big year from Harry in 2022. So that is the list for Harry Poulton's barn. I'll be back in a minute with Mario's barn.